Hello coders, I hope you are coding well. In the previous video, we created the user entity and we connected our Spring Boot application with the MySQL database. And in today's video, we will update the user entity and we will add Spring Security in our Spring Boot project. And after this, we will create a method to generate a JWT token. So let's get started. So in our Spring Boot application, first of all, we need to add the dependencies in our POM file. So we will open our pom.xml and you can see the project details where the Spring Boot version is 3.2.0, and after this we are using the Java version 17, and then we have JPA, web, MySQL, Lombok and test dependencies. And now we need to add the Spring Security dependency. So let's create another dependency tag, and for the group ID we will pass org.springframework.boot, and after this for the artifact ID we will give Spring Boot starter security. And after the starter security we need to add few dependencies so we can manage our JWT tokens, which involves creation, validation and other operations. And for this, the first dependency we want is the JJWT, and the group ID is io.jsonwebtoken and the version is 0.9.1. And after this we will add another dependency JJWT API, and the group ID is the same io.jsonwebtoken and the version is 0.11.5. And after this we will add another dependency which is JJWT implementation with the same group ID and the same version. And after this we will add another dependency JJWT Jackson with the same group ID and version. And with this the JWT dependencies are completed. Now we need to add last two dependencies, which includes Android JSON and Commons Lang 3, which will help us in the validation and other operations in our application. And with this the POM file is completed for our project. Now let's click on this button to load the Maven changes, and let's wait for some time. And as you can see, our Maven changes got loaded. Now we need to update our user entity. So we will open the user class, and in this user class we will write the implements statement, and we will write user details, and we will import it from org.springframework.security.core.user-details. And with this, now we need to implement some methods. So let's click on this implement methods button. And as you can see, it is asking us to implement these methods, which includes get authorities, get username, is account non-expired, is account non-locked, is credentials non-expired, and then we have is enabled. And now let's click on this OK button. And as you can see, we got all methods, and now we need to update this get authorities and get username method. So after the return statement, we will send a list. So let's use list.of method. And in this we will create new simple granted authority, and in this we need to pass our user role. So we will write user role dot name method, and with this our get authorities method is completed. Now we need to update get username method. So let's remove the null here, and as you know, in our application we don't have the username, so we will consider user's email as username. So in this get username method we will return the email. And after this we need to update the other methods, and in these methods we need to return true because by default our user will be enabled, and we don't want the expiration and the locked functionality for this project. So we will update this method and we will return true from here. And after this we need to update the same thing in these three methods. So let's do that. And with this our user entity is completed, and now we need to create a class in which we will write the methods related to JWT. So we will right click on our hotel server package, and here we will choose a new package and we will name this package as util. And now we will right click on this util package and we will choose a new Java class and we will name this class as JWT util. And after this we will annotate this class with @component annotation. And in this class we will write a method to generate the JWT token, and this method will be private and this will return a string, and we will name this method as generate token. And in the params of this method, we need to accept the claims and user details. And the data type for the claims will be map of string and object. And we will name this as extra claims. And after this, we need to accept the user details. So we will mention user details and we will name this as details. And now let's import this map class from java.util. And now in the body of this method, we will write a return statement and we will use JWTs and we need to import it from io.json web token. And after this, we will call builder.setClaims method to set the claims in our JWT. And in the params, we will pass our extra claims. And after this, we need to set the subject in our JWT token and we will set the user email. So we will call set subject method and in this we will use our details and we will call get username method. And after this we need to set the issued date in our token. So we will call set issued at method and in the params we need to pass a date. So let's create a new date and in this state we need to pass the current time. And to do this we will use system.currentTimeMails method. And after this we need to set the expiration date. So we will call set expiration method and in this we need to pass the new date and for the expiration we will set it to 1 day. But before that we need to get the current time. So we will again use system.currentTimeMails method and we will use plus sign to add some time in it. And in this we need to give the time in the milliseconds. So we will write 1000 multiply by 60 and then we will multiply it again by the 60 and at the end we will multiply it by the 24 hours. And if you get the answer of this multiplication, it will be equal to 1 day. And after this we need to sign our JWT with a sign-in key and algorithm. And to do this we will call sign with method and in this method we need to pass a key and algorithm. And to get the key we will call a method get sign-in key and the second parameter is algorithm. So we will write signature algorithm dot hs256 and at the end we will call compact method. And with this our generate token method is completed. Now we need to write a method get sign in key and this will be a private method and this method will return a key and we will import it from java.security and we will name this method as get sign in key. And in the body of this method let's create an object of byte array and we will name this as key bytes. And after this we will use decoders from io.json web token and after this we will call a method base64.decode and in the params of this method we need to give encoded string. So let's paste the string here and you can use the same string or you can create a new one for you. And after this we need to convert these key bytes to the key. So we will write a return statement and here we will use keys and we will import it from io.jsonwebtoken.security and after this we will call this method and we will pass key bytes in the params. And with this our get sign in key method is completed, but as you can see sign with method is giving an error. So let's click on this permute arguments button and as you can see the error got resolved. Now let's run our application. And as you can see our application is up without any errors. And that's it for today's video. In the next video we will create more methods in our JWT util like extract information from the JWT and validate the token and check the expiration of the token. And after this we will start the work on JWT authentication filter.